I've been in the action sports community for quite some time now, and for the better part of my life I've been a surfer, which is really odd because being a kid growing up in a sleepy little beach town in Mississippi, that's not necessarily where you'd expect a surfer to come from. Although I will say I've met lots of people all over the world in action sports, and I've participated in lots of different sports. I love action sports, but there's a community that is really growing dear to my heart, and that's the scootering community. Today I'm going to introduce you to some of the coolest people that I've encountered here in Central Florida, where I live, that are part of the scootering community. And what's so unique about the scootering community to me is that I've never seen any facet of action sports where there's so much parental involvement. I've never seen so many respectful kids and people that are in it just to have a good time. Now granted, these kids, they all want to be pros, right? That's the kid's dream, is to be a professional athlete, and certainly they all want to do it through scootering. But these are great people, and it's not just kids, it's adults too. So today I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey. I'm going to introduce you to these people, let you step into their world a little bit and see what it's like.
My name is Damian Kwiatkowski. I'm 15 years of age and I ride scooters. At first I never really thought of a scooter. I was at a skate park and I always used to ride skateboards and I wasn't that good. And there was this kid that came up, his name was Savin, and it was just this little tiny scooter. It was like really tiny. It was like awkward. It was a little MGP, and he let me ride it, and then I kind of got hooked onto it. And then the skate park that I go to now, they gave me a scooter, or helped me out, but my mom getting me a scooter for Christmas, and ever since I got that, I've been riding scooters. It's really fun. I ride scooters because it just keeps me out of trouble from other things, and it keeps my mind straight, like riding, because I like learning new things every day when I ride. It's fun, and just putting my stuff out on Instagram and just showing people, and then they come back and tell me it looks cool. It gives me a good feeling about myself riding, so I like to do that. The scootering scene here in Central Florida is getting massive. It wasn't that great at first. No one was really on a scooter. And then it just started getting really big and everyone's riding them now. If someone was messing with someone when they're riding a scooter, to encourage them to keep them going on and to not listen to people talking to them, bad to them. Tell them just ride. And if you have headphones, listen to music, keep it out of your head. Don't let them talk about you. Just keep riding. And as you get better, they'll stop. They'll just quit because they know that you're not trying to say something back. They're trying to egg you on so you get mad at them. So just don't. I would tell them not to do anything. Just chill and ride. Have fun. I hope I get one day to be pro. That's my all-time thing. That's pretty much every scooter rider that wants to get somewhere with it. They've always wanted to be a pro. That's one big goal for me. I've always wanted to be a pro. I hope to make money off of it one day. I love it a lot. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Hi, I'm Bob Langford. I grew up here in Florida. I raced motocross and skateboarded most of my life. Grew up on Kona, and started Skateboarders for Christ about 11 years ago, and God seemed fit to open up the door for us to be able to take over this skate park, and now we have Jericho, and stoked about it.
I'm Greg, and this is Sandy, my wife. We got into this ministry about 5 years ago. We met Bob through church. I wanted to get involved, and it just kind of progressed. Next thing you know, we've been here 5 years, and it's been a blessing.
Scootering has been hated on hard. And when I grew up skateboarding, I'm an old guy, and when I grew up skateboarding, everybody hated on us. Even the surfers gave us a hard time, right? And so later when we started teaching them some tricks in the water, then we become cool and cross-training and all that kind of stuff. But for a long time, man, it was tough, you know. My oldest brother used to say, hey, get off that toy and come play some football, you know. So you know, I'm not about the hate game. Don't like it, don't want to play it. And you know, we just welcomed them in and said, hey man, this is a safe place. We're not as a team gonna put up with you know, you being harassed for what you love to do. And honestly, it's a radical sport. It's great for the beginner in that they can grab a hold of it, and it's also awesome for the more advanced because you can really do some awesome tricks.
We got started in scooting in Jericho kind of by chance. There was a couple kids that came out that had scooters and started riding, and we just decided one Christmas that we were going to buy a scooter to see if it would sell. And we bought one scooter, and it sold, and it just it multiplied. It was crazy. It was like it just
exploded. It
has ran some of the skateboarders away because there's so many scooters, but the scootering community is a young community. The young kids seem to be gravitating toward the scooters, and because so many scooter kids are coming out, and we accept them because they accept us, it just seems to work, and more keep coming every day. It's like we graduate a few, and then 10 more young ones just take their place, and it's God. It's amazing. People find all kinds of things, you know, are looking for all kinds of things, but I think the main thing that people are looking for is acceptance, man. They want to fit in. They want to be a part of something, you know. They come here and I see it all the time. They come in day one, they're like talking to nobody. They won't even hardly talk to us. They ask to get a Coke or whatever, you know what I mean? Right. But yet then 2 weeks later, they're like, you can't shut them up, and they got their buddies and they're running around, and you know, it's just they find that here because, you know, they're not hated on. They're not picked on, whether there's guys that are better or guys that are not as good. It doesn't matter. They can get out there and have fun together either way.
Jericho's matter because we can do something without the outside world being in our place. We can love on them, we can treat them and show them how a loving family is. Because some of these kids have nowhere to go, have no family. It's just them and their mom, or them and their dad, or their grandmother. Maybe their parents are not even with them. And we can show them how it really is to love on you, treat you good, learn the Word of God, and just be a family here. Just have fun and be a family.
Parents are stoked that their kids are scootering. And I believe that one of the reasons that they're stoked that they're scootering is because they're not skateboarding. And that breaks my heart, because I'm an old skateboarder, man. And it breaks my heart to know that the sport that I loved and skated for so many years now has become disliked by the parents, disdain, because of the image and the things that it perpetuates. So, yeah, I hope scootering stays its own self and it grows in that area.
You don't have to get gnarly. You don't have to go to the dark side. You can stay on the good side, and you can still be a success. These kids love to scooter just like the skateboarders love to skateboard. It's a passion, and once they get it in their blood, it's so amazing to watch them grow
from the first time they come out here and they fall and they're scared to death. They see a little blood, and then 6 months later, it's like a wound of honor sometimes when they come in. They grow. They get bumps and bruises, but they grow, and they socialize with each other. And the thing about Jericho that's different is that the older scooters seem to accept the beginners, and a lot of times the beginners don't get accepted, and that's the God thing here at Jericho, that these kids, they want to come back, and they want to see the kids who are really good here, and they want to show us their tricks, and we want to see them, and the older kids want to see them, and it turns into a big family. It's pretty awesome.
My name's Bryson. I'm 8 years old. I've been scootering for about 7 to 8 months. Some of my favorite scooter riders are Cody Flom, Raymond Warner, Tanner Fox. I like those guys because, mostly when they are trying to learn a trick, they just go and do it without stopping and going do it the next time. They just do it that time. I like that because it kind of encourages me to do that like them, so I can learn more tricks, and I like to go for it too. If I was to encourage someone to start scootering, I would say when you try to do a trick, I'd say go for it, and don't let the fear block you. So if I could say anything to something positive about scootering is if you're only beginning, try to learn easy tricks, and then go up to medium, and then large, and then on and on.
Hi, my name is Catherine Ojeda. I live here in Orlando, Florida, and I'm the owner of Ready to Petty Pro Scooters. We are Florida's first pro scooter superstore. We're the one-stop shop to get anything to help you with your scooter needs. But scootering is not the only thing I do. I also run Ready Petty Cab Company. We're a bicycle taxi service that offers tours on International Drive. Ready Petty is actually the best way to experience international drives. If you're coming to Walt Disney World or coming to Universal Orlando, visit these places, I can give you a tour of iDrive on a bicycle taxi. Ready Petty Cab Company turned into Ready to Petty Pro Scooters because an opportunity came to us to open up a storefront, and we were looking for something cool to do with it. We had this extra space for our pedicab shop, and we were trying to see what was it that we can do that would be tons of fun. It would be great for the community, and it would just, I don't know, it's just bottom line, it'd be fun. It would be a good time. So we got our feet wet with a couple of scooters. We got introduced into it, and people coming to the store, the kids coming to the store, the riders coming to the store, it just turned out to be a really good time. So, you know, if you find something that you're really passionate about and really have fun with, then you want to kind of stick with that. What I like about this scooter community is basically the interaction with the riders. Having And from a retail aspect, when a kid comes in with a problem with their scooter and being able to assist them with that, or getting the parts to fit, and also customizing their scooters, it's just very rewarding to me to be able to help them with that, and also to be able to have the parts here to help them get what they need. So when a kid comes in with some bars that they purchased online and it didn't fit their compression just right, or figuring out why their compression is making this funny noise and this ticking noise, or where the wheels are wobbly, or their axles are spinning inside their deck, and trying to fix all these issues, when the kids come in and I can assist them with that and help them leave with a scooter they like more than when they walk through the door, then that's very rewarding. Ready to Pity matters because we would like to, well, first, our goal is to be everyone's one-stop shop for scootering. So whatever scooter issues you may have or needs, we want to be your go-to place. We're still fairly young. We're 5 years old. We just turned 5. So just moving forward, what we like to accomplish is being, a resource center as well. So we do want to reach out to the community and put on fun events, and these don't have to be hardcore comp events. These could just be simple meetups and going out into the community and just having a good time with scootering, which is what it is.
My name is Mike, I'm 23 years old, and I've been scootering for about 5 or 6 years. When I started, they didn't have these nice fancy scooters that they do now. Everybody rode the same scooter, and it was a Razor. Scootering at my age is not the most common, but I don't think people see it any different. Everybody's out here for the same reason, to have fun and enjoy it. I've done pretty much every sport you can think of, from wakeboarding to dirt biking, BMX, scootering, skateboarding. I've done it all. I enjoy it all. I prefer to ride at a skate park, but I'm kind of more of a street rider. I like rails, stair sets, stuff like that, but that's what skate parks have. I don't have to go on the streets to find it. I can just go to a park and it'll have it. I think scootering is going to be positive all on its own, just like any other sport. People like to do it, so they're going to keep doing it, and it's going to keep progressing and growing, and I think that's how it should be. When it comes to scootering, as long as you're having a good time, enjoying yourself, I don't see why you wouldn't want to do the sport, so. I don't know about a desire about going pro with a scooter, but it would be kind of cool. But either way, I'm going to keep doing it because I like it.